Welcome to FYI. A very good morning to each and every one of you, wherever you wonderful folks are joining us from. Welcome to FYI. Luan Hall, good to see you out there. How are you doing? And all the other folks who are joining us, whether on Twitter, YouTube, you're joining us on Facebook. Welcome, folks. You're joining us on LinkedIn, whichever page on Facebook you're joining us from. We're happy that you're here with us this morning, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, all of you guys who are joining us. You know, we always say we come and share the life, smash that emoji button, folks. And let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go down the road, good folks. Good to have each and every one of you here with us, folks. Wouldn't be spending the morning with anyone else besides you, good folks. So welcome, welcome, wherever you're joining us from. You're in the diaspora, you're at home here in Guyana, in the 592, where we're broadcasting live from the national capital city, as we're tremendously privileged that you folks are here with us this morning. Good to have you, Ingrid Hollard, Debbie Collins, Terrence Bidan, we see you there, and I see Edward Brooms is here, Ethelyn Peters is here as well, guys. We're so happy and so delighted, elated, folks, that you guys have joined us this morning. What are you having for breakfast? How was the weather? Where you all are, folks, and do tell us, folks, how was the night? The night is far spent, the good book says. And here we are, folks. Here we are in this new day. We trust that you guys are good. Margaret Nelson, we see you there, Margaret. And we're happy that you've joined us. Margaret and all the other folks who are joining us live. You know, we're on, and one of our computers now trying to boot up, now trying to update, you know. The worst possible time. But guys, we're happy that you are here with us. If you boot up yet, well, I don't know. I don't know. You're in the process. You're in the process of booting up. We're happy, folks, that you guys are here with us. Urban Don Cook, we see you. Kevin Pierce, we see you as well. Kevin and Volmy Wilson, thanks for joining us. Yet another day, folks. Our first broadcast for the day. We're happy that so many of you could join us from the various places. Melanie Drayton, we see you as well. Melanie Drayton, I had a friend at high school, Tiffany Drayton. You know, Drayton seems to be good folks. Is it so? Is it so? Are the Draytons good folks? Guys, we're happy you're here with us. Petula Boyce is here. Petula, thanks for the thing. I had a chance to tell you. Petula, thanks for the thing. Please and thank you. Thanks for the thing, Petula. Riri Mingo Garwe is here with us as well, and we're happy about that. Magdalene Barrow says it's hot in Brooklyn. So sorry to hear. As soon as we get off the program, we got to do some traveling. Hope it's not too hot. As soon as we get off this morning. So all things being equal, you'll see us in a different place, perhaps during the midday, perhaps tonight. Don't know if we're going to make the midday because we're going to be traveling, folks. But definitely we're going to be on this evening in a different location, God willing, bringing you guys valid and credible information. And that is why we ask that you guys partner with us, because we got to keep bringing credible and valid information. And it's only because of your love, your support, and your generosity that we're able to do that, folks. And we want to thank those of you who take the time and you partner with us. It helps us. It helps us, and that seems like the perfect segue. The perfect segue. Those of you who partner with us, it helps us in immeasurable ways, you know, to keep bringing valid and credible information. And you know, folks, they say, Peter's pay for Paul and Paul is pay for all. You know, a couple of you help us out, and so many of you benefit as a result of that. And we wish more persons would come on and subscribe to credible, valid information. We don't make this stuff up, you know. We curate the news and information, but God knows we don't make it up. We just can't. We just can't make it up. So this is how you can help us to move forward, folks. How you can partner with us to keep us moving forward. Gail Alicock, we see you there. Gershom, Dowding, and all the other folks. Nigel Hector, Ingrid Austin. Good to see you, Ingrid. Good to see you, Orrin Don Cook. Good to see you as well. And all the other folks who are joining us. There's a good way you can help us to keep moving forward. You know, you might be able to make every protest and all of those various allied things. Right? But here's how you can help us. Here is how you can make a difference. Where we there? Here is how you can make a difference. Folks, helping us to move forward. Valid, credible information. Valid, credible information. You all hear me? So I want to say a big thank you for those persons who've come on board and who've helped us to move not only from day to day, but you wonderful, splendiferous folks, you help us to move from month to month. And we are tremendously touched by that. Tremendously touched by that. We're trying to make sure that we are set to go, folks. So bear with us. Welcome those of you who are now joining us. Here's how you can help us, as we said. Move from pace to power, power to pace. Please and thank you, folks. We thank you for your love, your generosity. We thank you guys for your support as well. It means so much to us. It means the world to us, good folks. For us to keep moving forward, it means the world to us. And we're tremendously, tremendously grateful, tremendously, tremendously thankful as well. Thankful as well. And we want to thank all of you guys who've already tuned in. You all are locked and loaded. You're waiting. You're waiting for no marching orders. You're locked and loaded. Good to see each and every one of you. Beryl is here. Diane Mitchell is here. Beatrice is here. All the bees, right? I'm gonna, Erwin is here, and Gail, and John Jones. John Jones. Good to have you too, John, and all the other folks who are joining us. Leon Blair and Precious Queen. Good to have you folks as well. I hope you guys would go on and have a great day. All right? I hope that you guys would go on and have a great day. Good to see you, Dolly and Bossman and Henry Rodney, Fennel Innes. Good to see all of you folks. Good to see all of you folks. Jennifer Bob and June Cameron and Andrew Griffith. All you wonderful folks. Good to see you on the live this morning. We're about set to go, taking you through some what we're following, guys, in the morning papers. Then we're going to touch on some things we're following internationally as well, regionally, from the Latin America into the Caribbean, touching some of that. And then we're going to circle back on some of what's happening, folks. In the 592, we're going to circle back to some of what's happening in the 592. Really good to see each and every one of you here. What's for breakfast at your end, folks? Do let us know. What's for breakfast? We want to know we fast like that. We want to know we are fast like that. What's for breakfast? Don't keep it to yourself. Shucks, man, some of y'all stay so. How some of y'all stay like that? We want to know what's for breakfast, guys. Really good to have all of you here with us. Nothing short of delighted to have you good folks here with us, here with we, and we are about ready. If you just bear us for a quick sec. I told you as we covered, now when the systems want to boot up and update and all of that. It's the devil, I tell you. It's the devil's self. But we're just about ready, folks. Share the live. Give us a quick sec. Smash that emoji button, folks. We're fired up. Almost ready to go. Good to have you here. What's the weather like where you folks are joining us from? That's what we really want to know. What is the weather like? Please and thank you. But good to see you. Shirley Juicy Tender is here. Donna, and I see Winston Jordan is here. Winston Jordan has joined us. And Winston Jordan says, I'm coming in from, let me get this right, coming in from the cold and sunny Sheffield, South Yorkshire, or Yorkshire, Yorkshire. So good to see you at that end, Winston. Really good to see you at that end. We love when people join us from all over the world. Winston Jordan joining us from Sheffield. And this is former Minister of Finance. Former Minister of Finance, Mr. Winston Jordan, just had to double check there. All the way in the UK. You're going far. You're going far, Chief. Please say hello, folks, to our former Minister of Finance. The best we probably had in a long time. I know what them boys doing now. The best we probably had in a long time. I don't know what those boys are doing now. I don't know what. I know a lot of you are going to agree with me. Good to see Jennifer Bob is there. Jennifer, great to see you. Daphne Aaron, good to see you as well. And enjoy the UK for all of us. Minister Jordan, enjoy the UK for all of us. Right? Enjoy. Cold and sunny. Cold and sunny. Enjoy it for all of us. And no doubt you're going to be enjoying summer on that side. No doubt you're going to be enjoying summer on that side. And so, folks, you see, it's people like Mr. Jordan enable us to say we have an international program now, because when you're joining us all the way from Sheffield, Yorkshire, you know, you get us excited there. You get us excited there, folks. So some of the things we are following this morning, let's start here. Let's start here. And no doubt, former Minister Jordan is going to tell us how the economy is doing in Sheffield, Yorkshire there, in the UK in general. We want photos, we want details, please. Don't leave us out. We want photos and we want details. Donna and Clifton, Gail, right? Y'all don't leave us out, please. Don't do it. Don't leave us out. But good to have all of you here, wherever you guys are joining us from this morning. We are nothing short of delighted. Gail Alicock is here, and Maxine and Vanessa is here too. Emily Durant is here. Good to have Beatrice Selby is here too. Good to have all of you folks. Some of what we're following this morning. Good folks. Let's see if I touch that, it should move. Yeah, so what we're following this morning. If I touch it, it should move. Yeah. In the morning papers, you know, some people wrong and strong. Some people wrong and strong. Now, there's Jacobad here, right? This fellow, I don't know if Minister Jordan is going to run into him on that side. Himself and another colleague of him, they went on a joyride. That's what I'm telling you. They went on a joyride. East Yorkshire. So you might run into them. They went on a joyride, causing all kinds of mayhem and public nuisance there. Right? This is Sonny Stowe. On a joyride. And because that led to a police chase, he was subsequently apprehended with a colleague of his. Police chase endangering lives. The police had to use some dogs to bring him down. Thankfully, he walked away with his life. But the two police dogs helped tackle him, bit his hand and so on. He's suing the police now. He's suing the police for the dog bite. Mavis Davis, well, but you know, in this upside down world we're in, this fella might win. You know, in this upside down world, the fella caused public terror, all manner of different things. And he has the temerity. He got the nerve. Right. Sharon Alfonso Evans, he got the nerve to sue the police. He has the nerve to sue the police. That's why I tell you, it's an upside down world. It's an upside down world. Very much so. Very much so. Upside down. Upside down. So we're watching. Right? We're watching what's happening here. We're watching. That's all I can tell you. We're watching them. Upside down story. He's suing the police now. Did his foolishness, got caught. You can't do the time, don't do the crime. The dogs bit his hand in an effort to immobilize him because they were riding on the pavement. People had to be scampering out of the way there in Yorkshire. Now the man turned wrong, he was to the police. We have no wonders who wrong. Well, I know it's not Winston Jordan. We have the ones to know who is wrong. Sabrina Doris, we see you there. Terrence Bowman, we see you as well. Shawnette Seacher and Mohan, we see you too. Vanessa Brewster, no, the other folks joining. Folks, just let me get a little bit this way. Yeah. One of the things we're following this morning, wrong and strong, let's really call it. Wrong and strong. Wrong and strong. Folks, we've been saying this for a little while now. You know, big people like me and and Mr. Jordan, Women with comorbidities. The Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, now being led by Jarbas Barbosa. They keep telling us that we got to prepare for the next pandemic. Well, I'm happy that they're moving in that direction. You know, if we wait for Frank Anthony and the boys we have at this end, we can wait a long time. Because them boys ain't got no concern with we. But Jarbas Barbosa and team, the folks at WHO, the World Health Organization, they've been saying we have to prepare for the next pandemic. Patricia Fraser, Edward Gonzalez, Aisha Wong, Donna George. Donna, thanks for the thing. Donna has made a contribution on our broadcast live. When you join us from YouTube, folks, you join us from the tube. In the comment section, there's a $sign. Only when we're live. And Donna has made a contribution. They asked you to buy a sticker or an emoji, something of that sort. And part of that contribution comes to our broadcast to help us to keep going, bringing you guys valid and credible information. So thank you, Donna, on that front. Gail and Barker, Doris and Alika. Are we preparing for it as a country? Are the folks where you're joining us from? You may be in the diaspora. Are the authorities there preparing for the next pandemic? That's the world we live in. Some folks say end times. All these things will happen. All these things will happen. Yolanda, Sherlanda, all these things will happen. But are we preparing for it? I ain't seen Frank in a long time. I haven't seen Frank in a long time. And I don't feel his comment is being up and up with us with Frank Anthony. Something is happening with Frank. Frank has become like Claudette. Once and far, they roll out, they swim out, they hop out. Once and far. Chanel Griffith, Luan Hall, we see you there. Once and far. I see somebody saying, I think it's Luan says we're suffering from a pandemic. We ain't planning. Mary Larma says revelations. Yes. All these things will befall us. The plagues. The first one we got to deal with is the PPP. Juliet Handy, that's the first plague. First plague we got to deal with. In other news, folks, in the morning papers, Irfan swim out too. Are we talking about catfish? Irfan swim out. This is one of the things we're following at this end. You know, one of Irfan's watchword is he always talking about, oh, the policies he have are transformational. Oh, that's the man self there. Transformational, everything for he. Transformative, transformational. Just added that word to his lexicon. Transformational. He's stuck on it. He's stuck on it, folks. Everything. And for World Population Day yesterday, hear the hypocrite now. It is essential that women and girls are afforded better opportunities. Well, we can't afford better opportunities if they're being raped, if they're being dismissed. We're supposed to be protecting them, Irfan. But you know by now that all of these things are just rhetoric, you know. It's politics playing out here. When it becomes time for Irfan Ali and crew, Sandra Ford, Irfan Ali and crew, to show us how essential it is. Over the last few months, years, they've been found wanting. Next month is 3 years since them boys were installed. And they have been found wanting in so many occasions. But he came out yesterday saying it is essential that women and girls are afforded better opportunities. What a hypocrite. What empty words. You got to match that with action. What empty words? Essential to who? Probably the UN. It's clearly is not to the installed regime. Kyle Baino. Clearly it's not to the installed regime. Donna Powers. Donna, thanks for the thing. Donna's just made a contribution to our podcast on YouTube as well. See, Donna was listening to us. We've communicated because Donna was listening to us. Donna wasn't just hearing. And we've noted that while everyone talks about what's transformational and all of that, and essential and so on. We showed you this last night as the close on our broadcast. Leon Susterine, he said, your kind of development is not working for the people. The kind of development Irfan Ali et al. And the others, kind of development they're dealing with, not working for the people. It's not working for the people. Take a look, take a listen to what Leon told us. What Leon said on social media. Take a look, folks, and take a listen.
You can build all the fancy secondary schools you want, all these fancy buildings. But if you don't have built proper roads for people, and more than one way to get to somewhere, and more than one bridge to get over to somewhere, and if you don't have proper electricity, water, internet, telephone, and proper roads, I come back to that again because that's so essential. Proper roads, more than one way to get to a point, like more than one way to get to the airport, more than one way to cross the rivers in Guyana. If you don't do that, don't tell me nothing about development because I'm not concerned at all. That's what's developed. That's what hinges on development. Not fancy schools and fancy offices and fancy police stations. No. That doesn't necessarily provide the best service. It's the people, the human resource in those police stations who will ultimately have to produce the best service for people. Not a building. A building doesn't do anything except to provide comfort. And when you're going to make these people more comfortable, what about the NIS? When people go to work, any old time that they want to go to work, and they harass the old people. You know how many messages I've received? I've received tons and tons of messages of frustrated people who applied for public assistance and who need help. You send it to the minister, she's online and she doesn't read anything. Vindhya Prasad, shame on you. Shame on you. If I ever see you back in New York, I will tell you to your face. It's a shame and disgrace. These people walk around and pretend to care about you. And people are messaging me and I have to forward it to other people who don't even have the authority and the capacity to help. But I have to do something because I care about our people. You have people are so frustrated. They're getting the push around the run around for public assistance. And it's only when the top echelons get involved then help can be found. But don't tell me about development if you don't tell me about roads, about more roads, building more alternatives, better bridges to get across the rivers, more alternate bridges, and more alternate ways to get from point A to point B. That's what Guyana needs right now because Guyana is flooding with cars right now and it's going to be drowning in traffic in maybe 2 years or 3 years from now.
And that's Leon Susterine living in the diaspora, but has a keen eye on the things that are happening at home. And he says, road and bridges and so on is not development alone. The quality of life people can enjoy. You know, some simple thing as running water. Simple things like running water is important. Yeah. So what is your measure? What is your measure? And that's what we heard from the people at Purika, who were telling us that the chairman of the NDC, Jayo, Sugdiyo must go, Suklal, whatever his name is, Jayo must go. And it wasn't only recently we heard that. We were in Purika before and we heard that this person is not working in the interest of developing these communities over which they have oversight. But the PPP keep putting them back. You know why? Because all they want is yes men, not people who really can work in the interest. When we spoke with those folks, they called another name. they said he used to work for us. It's because of this chairman, we get this piece of road here. Could you imagine? People working, community enhancement program, the SIP workers, 3 months they haven't been paid, and the chairman don't care. And we're talking about development and transformational. And the members of the PPP telling them, this fellow's not working in their interest, but they're not listening. They're not listening at all. And then Ali go want to see, it's essential. Women and girls are afforded better opportunities. But you put an NDC man in there, Jayo, who making sure that never becomes a reality. That's why we say it's just rhetoric. It's just rhetoric. All rhetoric. Here's what the people at Puerto Rico told us about Jayo and why he should go. There are people living in these constituencies who are suffering, who can't realize their full potential because they got people there. All they care about is friends, family, and favorites. Giving contracts where they're getting the kickback and all of that. And you can tell us why it's essential. By his own actions, Ali's own actions, he's telling us all this is fluff. Fluff and bluff. Take a look at what the people at Puerto Rico told us recently. Fluff and bluff.
And I'm out here because I'm working with the local government. 3 months I didn't get pays yet. 3 months. We get no pays yet.
And why haven't they paid you all yet? What is happening?
The chairman said he's not signing no check. And we get no money as yet. So me, you know, how we wife and family can live.
And 3 months y'all have not been paid?
No pay as yet.
3 months?
Yes.
And they say the region don't have no money?
Well, we don't know. The chairman signed no check. He said he doesn't sign no check. So we don't need he anymore here.
And what kind of work you are doing?
We doing SIP workers. We SIP workers. We clean the drain, the whole of Puerto Rico here. We clean it.
This is the community enhancement project, right?
Right.
Okay.
Now, if we go work, we can't get paid. What we working for? Huh? No, you just answer me that. What we working for? We can't get paid. If the chairman is sending the check, how we must get the money? Because he tell me personally, he tell me he's not sending no check. He personally tell me that he's not sending no check. We don't need he anymore. We need somebody else.
And what is the name of the chairman?
Huh? Suku.
Mr. Suku.
Yeah.
All right.
Suklal.
Mr. Suklal.
Right.
I come protesting for my salary. I already worked 2 months and there's no money. When you ask the chairman to sign the check for us to get our money, he says he's not signing no check. I get sick because of the work I am doing, the cleaning drainer. They have a set of septic tank pipes all leading the drainer. We getting sick and there is no money to take care of our sickness. We need our money. We do not need Jayasuku. We need our money. Everybody get issue with you all the time. When you go to him and ask him to do something, a simple little paper, he never had time. He keep turning you and twisting you and cornering you and twisting you, and eventually he don't come up with nothing to help you do nothing. He look after himself and himself alone. This is the chairman.
And why do you think the administration has been so reluctant to remove him and give you somebody who might listen to you?
Yes, we need somebody who could do something for us. We are very poor. I am the only breadwinner in my house. My husband's sickly. And for 2 months now, no money. How could I take care of my children? I have a daughter and right common entrance. If there's no money, how could I take care of them? I need my money.
What are the issues? So you're asking for your money?
Yes, I need my money.
The brother who just spoke with us said he didn't get any response as to why the money has not been paid in 3 months. Have they told you anything?
No, he's not saying why he's not signing the check. He just said he's not signing the check.
Not signing the check. Tell me personally.
He's not signing the check. And Mr. Nascimento asked him Thursday, we had swearing, and Mr. Nascimento asked him afterward that if he could sign the check for us to get our pay, and he said he's not signing no check.
Who is Mr. Nascimento?
We foreman.
The foreman is a foreman for the safe workers.
Safe workers. It's what it means you working.
I is the breadwinner for my house. My husband's sickly. I got my daughter right in common entrance. That's why the purpose you're working, is to get what you need. And they are not giving us our money. We need our money. I need my money. I'm the only breadwinner of my house.
The issue with the chairman is not a nice person in Parika to the committee in Parika. We need to get a new chairman who can walk along with each and every person. Because this man is a pick for every person. And we're glad if the government can look in and put somebody properly who can be a benefit to every person in this region tree. We don't need Jaiwe anymore, sir. We need somebody who can make a good change in this community. Now we're begging for. And we asking the government to look into the matter because this man doing a lot of wrong things to people. This man threatening people to shoot them and all kind of things.
No, he fired bullet already, but enough women done already from Namrik.
Yeah.
From Namrik, he fired bullet.
Plus, you want to fight them people on the road and stuff.
Right here, he fight people right here, but it's this junction here. He fight people here. Right here, he fight people here already here.
We're glad the president can look into the matter and the vice president and see what they can do to this problem. This problem going overbearing now to the people them. We're begging for help for the people them.
We need somebody to do for help the poor people.
We need
The
people
poor people.
who come to aid.
We need poor people to get help.
We don't have money to run to drive. I get money for
We got somebody for help.
Some of the
poor
placards
people.
here.
The chairman of Purico, he not really doing the things what he's supposed to do for the people them in Region 3. And feeling very, very sad about the situation because sometimes when I end up go to the NDC and I ask the chairman that if he could do things for we in the area, the chairman are coming, visiting the area, you know, coming and looking around to see that what we need in the area and thing, and we're getting no help from the chairman. So I'm glad that the government can look into this matter because if the chairman can look after the people, we need a new chairman to look after the people and benefit in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the views of the people of Purika there. Saying the chairman, Jayo got to go. Now I saw a woman there, saying 3 months she ain't being paid. Her husband sickly. What we saying to that woman? Her husband sickly, can't work. 3 months she's not being paid for work she's doing. What we telling her? Come down by North Road? Is that what we saying to her? Veronica? Come down by North Road? North Road, check one? And while all of that is happening, right? All of that, your colleagues, you just heard a couple minutes of that. And y'all are already saying in the comments, that is sufferation and all of that. This is these people's lived experiences. Day in, day out. Residents not getting any help from the NDC. This very staff of the NDC complaining. All of that is happening. And that's only Purika. In other places, people getting sufferation too. Look here, fun in Canada recently. Staying at the best hotels. Being chauffeured around. VIP. Suffering at home. What's your fun in Canada?
Please make sure you play faster. The president's listening.
Folks, that's what you call tone deaf. That's what you call tone deaf. I mean, talk about Darmlal yet. All the happening at home, you know, Tommy Gibbs. All the happening at home, Sherlyn Juicy Tellentry. Right? And you think he just won the Nobel Prize for Management and Governance. All of that you heard happening right here at home. Them boys and kids. Them boys are not concerned the least bit. You know, y'all get to fly out first class, taxpayers' money, and you think that is it. You think that is it. Folks, however bad you think it is in the 592, chances are it's 10 times worse. 20 times worse. 20 times worse. Let's talk a little bit of some other things we're tracking internationally. We come back in the region and then we circle back in the 592. Tone deaf. Tone deaf. Tone deaf. Tone deaf, good folks. But let's can we tell you? I'd like to tell you something good. You know? I'd like to tell you something good. But them boys tone deaf. Internationally, folks. So what we're following. Based on some of the actions of another tone deaf one, Trump. Folks are saying he's in trouble. You know, he's in trouble in places like Iowa. I don't know why he don't just come out the damn place and let the people do what they got to do. Fanto. One set of confusion. Wherever he goes, confusion. And the Republicans don't seem to appreciate peace and calm. Then you got Kanye West. Why I'll tell you Kanye West had a private school. Yeah? Yazzie Academy, that's the name. the private school that Kanye West had. Yazzie Academy. We call it right? Did we call it right? Yazzie? I'm going to get it right in a second. Trying to find my way in the notes. The people say all kinds of things was happening at this place. Yazzie Christian Academy. Beg your pardon. Yazzie Christian Academy. 15,000 US a year. Right? 15,000 US a year. You had to pay. Well, the folks said they got a lot of weird, bizarre things that happened at this school. 15,000 a year. They got people suing him right now. According to the report. People suing him right now. Because some of the things that have been done at this school here. Right? 15,000 US a year. You had to pay. They said the kids weren't allowed to use forks and had to sit on the floor to eat because the school's owner banished chairs in place of foam floor cushions. Another person alleged that at this Yazzie Academy, there were no stairs. No steps, right? There weren't any classes on the second floor because the owner of the school, Yazzie Academy, was afraid of stairs. Colors were also prohibited. Students had to wear all black. Cups and bowls had to be gray. Windows were empty because the musician doesn't like glass, right? Perhaps most disturbingly, they said, the doors were locked from the outside during the day. Seems like rich people problems. Because if you got 15,000 US a year to send your kids to Yazzie Christian Academy, clearly you're not like us normal folks. Clearly. Anton Nichols says, Ye or Kanye, he's not right upstairs. Rich people problems. Dan Gravesani asking if it's a school. Yes. Yes, Christian Academy. It's now goes by his mother's name. His mother seems to have been an educator. I don't know much about the people. Dunder Academy now. It became Dunder Academy. I don't know if it's still in existence after the musician's late mother, Professor Dunder West. Yeah. Rich people problems. Rich people problems. Rich people problems. Bellamona, Dan Gravesandi, Yolanda Thomas, Marley Lorimer. Good to see all of you. Rich people problems. Thought it was interesting. You know, Thailand's foreign minister, when they meet, had a secret trip, they say, to Myanmar and met with Aung San Suu Kyi. Yep. What that's about, you know, that can raise a lot of eyebrows. It's quite surprising. One day is the spider, next day you're the fly. Aung San Suu Kyi was leader there just the other day. And then, as is customary in Myanmar, the army steps in. Once things going a little nice, and the army feel out of place, they step in. We hope that was a fruitful engagement. We hope that was a fruitful engagement between the Thai foreign minister and Myanmar's former leader. Hope that was a fruitful engagement. Iran's president, they say, is making a rare visit to Africa to promote economic diplomacy. It can't be democracy. Economic diplomacy. So Iran is trying to woo the Africans now. We hope that goes well. We wish them the best on that front. We wish them the best on that front. Regionally, folks, here's some of what we're following. Regionally, some of what we're following, folks. There's some troublesome people in this life, you know. Troublesome people in this life. That's a whole conclusion of a flight, they said. You know, he was being obdurate. Is that the word? You better buy all dictionaries from Austin's, eh? So listen, Austin got some proper books, you know. Proper dictionaries. He was behaving obdurate. People had to deal with him quick. People had to deal with him quick. Quick. This country, they're looking to see who's his parents. Right? He linked anybody in the PPP, then we can't touch it. St. Lucia, the US, people and planes, public safety. Did I get the story right? Right? They said the arrest occurred during the last week of June, and himself and a number of persons were picked up for being, they said, they pose a threat to public safety. You're gone in the diaspora, you carry all your bad ways with you. Pose a threat to public safety. All your bad ways. And we always say here, some people got the flag of the Caribbean flying high and their respective countries, and some others not so much. One set of schemes and foolishness in the land of plenty, land of potential, land of opportunities, and you're blind to that and doing the most foolishness. Some others, like you watching us, got the flag flying high, and we're happy. You know, they're reporting this morning that Hakeem Jeffries met with a number of Caribbean leaders while he was there in Trinidad, right? And had some high-level talks with them during his visit there, right? Himself and a congressional delegation. High-level talks, right? How come Irfan had to stop in the hallway? How come Irfan wasn't part of these high-level talks? Marcia Roach, Marcia Fordyce, all the Marcias out this morning. How come Irfan wasn't one of those leaders? Mr. I had to educate Hakeem Jeffries. How come he wasn't one of them? I wonder. As we're in Trinidad, folks, they're telling us that Trinidad has just confirmed the first case of monkeypox. We had one case here too. Never heard back anything about that. Never see back Frank Anthony since then. Right? One case we had, and even that has some controversy surrounding, because people told us the man had some, not lesions, some bumps in his skin years now. Suddenly, them people says monkeypox, and had the man, what do you call it? Detained. Had the fellow detained. Trinidad has just confirmed its first case of monkeypox. We can watch that. We can watch that. All right. Elizabeth Narayan joining us from Sparkle City, South Carolina. Says Frank got monkeypox. He said Frank must have got monkeypox. Right? We want to watch that Trinidad. We want to watch that. We want to watch that. Belly is not playing with the opposition, not playing with the Prime Minister. Belly's opposition. Right? Shane Brown, he's not playing with them. Not playing with them. We can sue them if we need to. Drag them over the coals and up the court step if we need to. They ain't playing with them there. You see? Because we got a whole government in check. And that's what the folks in Belize, trying to find my way in the notes, telling us that they're doing. Right? Holding the government in check. In check. And this young man here, he got the energy to do it. People elect you, you got to work. You got to work. Right? You got to work. And so, Shane Barrow, what did I say? Shane something. Shane Barrow, right, of the United Democratic Party there in Belize. I got some wonderful friends who I did law with from Belize. Miss them all the time. You all know yourself. Right? John Brasino, the opposition leader, Mr. Barrow, explained that the UDP intends to use the same tort, right, that was invoked in the previous case, malfeasance in public office. He said, Brasino doing your own story, and we can keep you in check. Malfeasance in public office. We got to hold them in check. Speak truth to power. Can't be vacillating, dancing all over the place. We speaking truth to power. Hold them in check, Mr. Barrow. Hold them in check. You know, it's all downhill from here. All downhill from here. We can plateau now. All downhill from here. So what we're following, folks. You know, this is one thing we have found. Right? One of the things we're seeing on this side. This doesn't look correct. One of the things we're seeing on this side is the proliferation of people with this side hustle. Proliferation of people with this side hustle. Selling ganja. And it's not the people you might expect. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It's not the people you might expect. It's not the people you might expect. Because you can say the Rastafarians. This morning papers alone, they got about 4 stories with people detained with ganja. And there's not a little seed, you know. Vanessa, Edward Brooms. Right? There's not a little seed, a little leaf. This is export quantity. Export quantity. And so they tell us in Madhya, the police found some during a raid to the arcade. That is one instance. Let me get my ducks in a row. Right? So you had Madhya, they found some there. You had some other places as well. I said 3 to 4 stories. Muruka also, people were found with ganja, right? And this side hustling now, because when you hear the commentary, a housewife, so God thinks bad and, God do something else. God do something else. So here you have it. Madhya, Muruka, right? 12 pounds. Now, 12 pounds is not recreational use. Come on, folks. 12 pounds of ganja. It's not recreational use. People trying to numb the pain in this place, While Ali in Canada dancing up and so on. People going through all the hell at Parica and other places. People trying to numb the pain. Yeah. Madhya, Muruka, Region 6, Region 3. Ganja. A local coach and his son, just told us about a harrowing experience they had with a home invasion in your house. Them boys are waiting 12 o'clock in the night and 2 in the morning. Anytime they're coming. Anytime they're coming. Cricket coach, Garvin Ned and his son, Ashmead, robbed in the house. They didn't walk in some lowly dark street, going someplace. They entered a dark spot on the seawall. The sanctity of their home was invaded, was breached. And then boys come inside and rob them. Inside and rob them. Robeson, them boys promised a crime prevention plan. We're still waiting. Right? Robeson has not been seen since we saw him last at that police anniversary salute. We got Magatali t-shirt. Like it's nothing. 184th or something like that anniversary of the police force, the route march. And the highest ranking official where domestic safety is concerned. Man, show up in a t-shirt like it's nothing. Show up in a t-shirt like it's nothing. Right? Like it's nothing. Crime. Criminal elements moving with impunity, Wayne Brown, Seymour George, Elizabeth Norine, Latoya Spencer. Boys moving with impunity. The final minutes of our broadcast, they're telling us that the final distribution of the Because We Care grant set for tomorrow. The final installment of the Because We Care grant. Yeah. A couple of days ago, this was the Because We Need Your Vote grant. The local government election grant. So this is the final tranche will be given out on Thursday. Yep. Might want to bear that in mind. Folks, for your benefit, we are chronicling the cases the court has said and found this administration to have acted unconstitutionally. We're building that file because there are so many instances that it is now an alarming feature that people believe that their rights have been transgressed, that their rights have been trespassed, and they're going to resort to the courts for protection. And in yet another instance quite recently, the courts found that the government overstepped its boundaries. Remember all of these cases where they said GCOM officials were involved in what they call it, electoral fraud. Folks, next month is 3 years since this government in office. Not one conviction. Not one conviction. And this woman was one such person who these accusations were laid against. Oh, she had a part to play. But the woman took them to court. And the High Court has ruled that her detention beyond 72 hours was illegal. It was unconstitutional. And this is GCOM employee Michelle Miller. Miss Miller was one of several persons detained by Soko and them boys on bogus and trumped-up charges. The court said without applying for an extension of time through the court, the government, through its agents, acted unconstitutionally. They've awarded her damages. They've awarded her damages. Right? Her lawyer, UC Anderson, in a press statement said the court in its ruling delivered just Monday gone here, specifically declared that the police breached his client's constitutional right to protection of her personal liberty as is provided for in Article 148, and hence found that their actions unconstitutional. Yeah. And there's so many instances of this over and over and over and over. The court awarded her $250,000. Lucky is not millions. Lucky is not millions. And finally, before we go, folks, I think Sophia McKinnon had held this position before. This is the UNDP resident representative here in Guyana. And there's a new person now holding the fort in that regard. We get a lot of help from the UNDP. You know, you think we get a little, we could wean, we could be weaned off of some of this foreign aid and so on, right? But we have now Gerardo Orlando Noto Garcia. I always think people got a lot of names probably. All 18, you know all these names. You know, Gerardo Orlando Noto Garcia. He's taking over. I wish him well. We wish his tenure good success. Good success. We've gotten a lot out of UNDP. A lot out of UNDP. And we're happy that we have somebody else who's holding the fort there. And who's going to take this thing forward. Holding the fort. And who's going to carry it forward. Right. We only want people dancing and carrying on and revelry and so on. We got to fix some problems in this country. We got to fix some problems in this country, folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. We want to thank you guys for joining our broadcast this morning, folks. Thank you for joining our broadcast this morning. And queuing up to let you know, folks, if you need a justice of the peace, a commission of oaths to affidavit, then we want to recommend highly the Alistair Collins firm. Folks, that's the firm we want to recommend as you go about your day. If you got documentation needs of a legal nature, then this is the firm that we want to recommend that you make your choice, as we have, folks, the Alistair Collins firm, and they're available, guys, on Lamaha Street at the Callion Mall between Camp and Waterloo Streets. Excellent team, professional people, years of experience. We use them ourselves. We're not just telling you about things that we have not tried, but we use them ourselves. Right there on Lamaha Street in the national capital city of Georgetown, between Camp and Waterloo Streets. Tell them we send y'all. Tell them we send y'all. And then you got this fantastic conference coming up for those of you business-minded. You got a business-oriented. This is the Guyana Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Investment Conference. It's coming up July 14th to 16th. The number you want to call for more information, 652-1959. 652-1959. They can give you more details. Even got booths available from as low as $10,000. Good? You're business-minded, business-oriented. This is your thing. Right? Empower yourself. Folks, expand yourself. Right? Call these folks. They can tell you how you can be a part of this Guyana Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Investment Conference. That's coming up July 16th, July 14th to 16th, beginning at 10 a.m. in the morning. 652-1959. 652-1959 is the number you want to call for more information on that. That being said, good folks, that being said, that's our time. That's our program. That's our broadcast. Until we see you again. That's our time. Stay safe, each and every one of you. We hope that you've already hit the ground running, folks. Whatever's on the table for breakfast, whatever you had, we hope it does good for you. Good to the body. We got to start eating healthy, We big. Vanessa and Ingrid, good to see you. Yolanda, again nowadays, good to see you as well. We're grateful for all of you. You might not agree with all that we've said, but we want to thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing for spending this time with us. I hope nobody held you against your will under duress to spend this time with us. Beryl Crawford, we see you there. Edward and Maxim, we see you as well. Vester, Hardy, Rajkumar. Deborah Pearson, we see you. Folks as well. Stay safe out there, guys. Take it easy on the roadways and be gentle with yourselves as well. Stay safe. That's going to do it for us in this end, folks. Until respect and manners, good folks.